Good evening. Good Sunday evening. A little different day for us to be meeting. I hope you are all having a wonderful Sunday. I need to adjust this light just a little bit there. Not quite so bad there. I hope you're having a great Sunday and a wonderful weekend. A little cool this morning again, but it warmed up into the 50s. Hope you were able to get outside and enjoy the weather a little bit. I had a class going here today, so I did not get out, but I did get quite a bit of things created this afternoon, which I was really happy about. So I thought I would share what I've been working on, and it's something for the craft sale that I'm going to be doing in December. Hi Nancy, welcome. But I decided I've got a retreat I'm going on next weekend, and I thought it would be fun to make some treats for the retreat because it's on Halloween night. And I thought it would be very fun to take something for all the participants. So I thought that maybe we would make a couple of them. Hi Lori, hi Rhonda, welcome. And I was going to show you then how they're made. They're made with the little 4-ounce espresso cups with the covers and the straws. So it looks like a little cup, carry-out cup when you're done. But I wanted to make something more Halloween since I'm going to be doing this retreat on Halloween. And so I was just looking at what is not available on, I got to get myself up here on my, let's see, what do I want to do here? I don't know what I'm doing here on my iPad. I got to get that up and going here. But first, I should probably turn the volume down so this new iPad is really strange. When you have it one position, the two buttons, one increases the volume and the other one decreases, and when you flip it the other way, the buttons switch around. And I always get it messed up because I have the iPad sitting the portrait way rather than the landscape way. So I always get messed up. I'm like, wait a minute here. Something's not right here. Let's see. Live. This way I'll be able to see. So maybe at the end we'll go over to, I'll go over to the Stampin' Up! Website and let you know what isn't available. Hi Pam, hi Carrie. Glad you guys can join. All right, I got it up. So there's just a few things that I've noticed has now become not available and won't be available until middle to the end of next month. Hi Shar, so glad that you were able to join us here tonight. Hope you are home, and I will try not to let this go too long because I know there might be a few people in the crowd that would like to watch the Packers, so we won't make this really long. At least I'm hoping not. So I'm ready to flip the camera down and we will get started. My lights aren't cooperating here. Here we go. There. Hi, Carol. You're not too late. Oh, not a good day. Oh, I'm sorry. I just got started, so you are doing well. So anyway, as I said, we are going to make something using these little 4-ounce espresso cups with the covers. And what I did, I wanted to put some cardstock around the edge. And Shar was the one that told me how to do this. I trying to figure out how to do the pattern. I just took one of them apart. And then I ended up actually taking, I think it was wasn't a quarter, meant 1/8 of an inch off so that it wasn't quite so long. My concern was that the cover would not snap down on this if the paper was all the way up. So I took a little bit of that off. Then I just went ahead and I got my pattern here and copied this off. I discovered from making a number of other ones that I needed to extend the end a little bit more than what this is. This has an overlap of like 1/4 of an inch. It wasn't enough. The cardstock being stiffer, or not cardstock, the DSP being stiffer that I was using, I had a hard time holding this. I think there is just a slight bit of wax on this, so it did not want to stick really well. So, got smart with doing these, and I'm extending them out just a little bit so that when I wrap it around the cup, it will have more of an overlap then. So here's one that I drew out. This is the actual size of the pattern that I have. Let me just, and I'm just going to add a little bit on to the end. And this is the fun Halloween paper that we had, and I don't have much left of it, let me tell you. So I just go out just a smidge. And bring this in. We're going to use the other side of it. I'm going to bring this out just a smidge. A smidge is 1/4 of an inch. I guess in my lingo. So we've got 2 of them here. We're gonna make 2 cups tonight. So I've got a couple of them here, and I bought these on Amazon. They were there was 150 in the bag, and that's 150 cups, 150 of the covers, and 150 of the little straws that go inside for only $10.99. So if you are doing anything with a bazaar or you've got a shop that you're putting stuff in, these are awesome. I'm going to use my Seal Plus. Let's flip this over, and somehow I lost the cover to my Seal Plus last night. Do you think I can find it? I cleaned my desk off even. That's usually the first thing I think of is, well, maybe if you cleaned your desk, you'd find it. But no! So I'm hoping that it'll still turn up. I don't think it ended up in my waste paper basket, which is right next to me here. Alright, I try not to line it up with this seam on here. I'm going to bring it down and start it. Let's see. Oh, let's get it the right direction. I want to do it this way. It seems like this is the way it should be, but of course it's this direction with the wider at the top. And I just put a little Seal Plus in the center. Just needed to bring that down just a smidge. Bring it around. Make sure I don't have any hanging off the end, which I did just a little bit. And there we go. Easy peasy. Let's do the other one quick. Yeah, when I first started making them, I was only putting the Seal Plus on the ends. And some of my DSP I was using was really thick, and I ended up having to go back and put some glue dots in there to see if I could get that to hold. And even that was giving me some problems. This is the one I wanted underneath, and this is the one I want on top. So there we go. We have our bases done. Then, let's see. I went ahead and colored the one guy that we're going to put on, and here's a cat that we're going to color. So I didn't want to take up a lot of time. We're using Timid Tiger. Let's see. Do I have the light? Oh, it came out so dark. I thought it was the dark. I was going down the line. I had a bunch of them that I was doing, and I got to coloring, and I got to this one, and I stuck the little bit on the ears there, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I was going to color this on camera with you guys so you could remember how we color these cute, sweet little guys. And I didn't have one of my little kitties anymore, so I had to try to remember what I did. I don't know if I did it right or not, but you know what? It looked fine. Alright, so then I'm taking the dark petal pink, and we're going to do the inside of the ears. And I already did the nose in petal pink, and that's probably the third coating on there. So it's going to be just a little bit darker. Oh shoot, I forgot to put the little bubble bath for the cheeks right above. Hopefully that will show up just slightly. It does. Okay. And then I'm going to go with the dark Timid Tiger. We're going to go across here. And like a tiger kitty, I'm just going to bring some lines in from the sides and across the bottom, and just a little bit here on the edge of the tail. Not a lot. And then I'm just going to go back here and ever so slightly try to blend that in a little bit. Okay, now her dress. We're going to do a two-tone dress. So I think we're going to go with purple on the skirt portion of it. Keep thinking I'm grabbing the dark instead of the light. And the dark on the underside here, and on the ruffled bottom here. And then I don't know that I'm going to try to bring that in, but I do want to add a stripe for the socks. Okay. Now her little shirt, or her top, we'll do in Granny Apple Green. I haven't used Granny Apple Green in a little while. It seems like I haven't done much coloring lately. It's been mostly die cutting, and I don't know. It felt good to get a blend in my hand, because it felt like it had been a long time. Closest thing I had to it was, whoops, get the little stripey doos here on the socks, was doing that watercoloring using the markers. Okay. Oh, this one I'm just going to kind of go on the bottom of the shirt sleeve like it's a shadow, the bottom of the shirt, and I am going to go underneath her little chin like it's a shadow. And I've tried just a little bit her on the sides. Alright, now that I'm going to try to blend in. And then we've got our cat done. There she is. Nice as can be. Put these all aside. Yes. Thought maybe there was something yet to do. Okay. So then I decided I'm just going to pop these guys up. Their hats, or the top of their head, is going to extend up. And so what I want to do is put some dimensionals on here, but only near the bottom, so it kind of pitches forward just a little bit. So down by her feet, and like by her neck. he's gonna have his down. Whew, that's a little wide. Guess I'm gonna go with 2 small ones on him. Flip it around. And then by his neck is 1. Okay. So when we put the cover on, we're going to have their head or the hat extend over the edge of the... I like to be right directly across from my seam. So when the cover goes on, it's going to flip over this, and then this will stick out over the top of it. That's what I was trying to get at. Here we are. Ah, hands. There we are. Okay. So far, so good. We need a greeting on there. And we're going to go with the Happy Halloween that is from, I think it's from this set here. The Fright Night. This Happy Halloween. And I have that. It's red rubber on here. We're going to use black. I'm going to bring this down. Hopefully it's not. I'm going to go kind of right to the edge there. Like so. And I do like it that it's kind of rustic looking. It doesn't have, it's not a solid inked stamp. There we are. Okay. Now in order to get this on here nice, we are going to trim this. Scissors here. I want to trim this close to the words because I want to trim it in half here. We're going to put happy on one side of the figure and Halloween on the other. So the edges have to be cut kind of close. Like so. Oh, I remember that red backed tape. That was awesome. I used to use that so much when I did scrapbooking. It was the best. Okay, now I'm just going to take this and kind of give it a little pull so it has a little curve to it. It's going to make it much easier to put on and stay on. Okay, get our little goobers over here. Come on. Oh, you turkey. I had a bunch of empty, sort of empty. Come on. Oh, goodness, you're gonna... I hate when this happens. I do have a pin in here that I can... I think. And maybe I don't have a pin in here. Ah. Alright. I'm afraid it's going to all come blasting out. Hang tight. Hang on a second. Go into my sewing cabinet and get a pin. You know what? I had like 4. Oh, that is. There we go. I had 4 of them that were, I thought, empty, but I wanted to make sure that I got every little ounce of glue out of them. So I was sitting and putting that in the back end. All right. Halloween. And I'm going to put this kind of over here, close to his legs. And we'll put the happy up above on the other side. Put my thumb on there and it scooted down. There. Okay. Halloween. I have made probably, I don't know, 40 of these. Not for Halloween, but for Christmas. And then decided, oh, I should make some for everyone that's coming to the retreat next weekend. So I'm thinking that I would love it if I could also do next week's, instead of Saturday night, do it, come on, Sunday night again. It'll give me a day to get back from my retreat and figure out what I'm going to do. Let's see, I'm going to put the cover on this for just a moment. That there, so we don't lose. Now we got to do the covers. So the covers, if you notice, they have a little angle to them. And I think that's 1.5. Yes, a 1.5 piece of paper fits in that just lovely. And then a 1.25 as well. So I just went ahead and punched out a piece of this in coordinating paper. You could do just about anything. Hard to see if it's centered when it's black on black. There we go. Okay. And then I cut out some of these darling little bats. And I'm just going to bend up their wings so it looks like they're flying. We'll put a little glue in the center. And we'll set them down on there. This one moved up. See how quickly this is going? I was doing these in big drifts. As many cups as I could get on my desk, I was doing. Okay, so I found that using glue dots and a dimensional was the best way to adhere these. I'm just going to flip this around so it's the right direction for me. We're going to put a dimensional on here, and then I'm going to put a glue dot up here at the higher point. And that is how we are going to adhere that. Sunday's good? Oh, great. I'm glad. Oh, that works best if you take the cover off the dimensional, doesn't it? And I'm just going to kind of put this on an angle. like so. And then we can fill it. And I found that I can put one of the little Reese's peanut butter cups. I think one of these will fit in here, I believe. And a nugget. And then I'm going to take and put, where did I go with the straws? Maybe I stuck them back in the bag. I'm going to put the straw in and then put the cover on. Ooh, it's tight with that candy bar in there. Maybe I won't be able to use that. Let me try it on an angle. That's better. That'll make it work. Just had to get it in there the right direction. Turn this around. They do kind of snap down there. Oh, come on. Little stinker. There. Just trying to get the straw to be even with our little figure. There. So you can see how his little head kind of extends past that. But that is it. And we could still put some of those little stars on there. I might do that. I've got a bunch of those left. Okay, so the Hershey's got to go in first. I was using little Twix bars, and they weren't quite as long. And here's our Reese's peanut butter, and our nugget, and our straw. Put that on there. I mean, you could still do all kinds of things to decorate this. But I think these are just adorable little treats. And if you have any of the ephemeras left, and if you got this, you can use those. I got another one up here that I used the ephemera. Let's see. And this was some paper that I had from a year or so ago. But I thought she was darling with that. I don't have many of the ephemeras left. But that I had a few of, and I still have some with the crows and the pumpkins, but they're a little bit smaller, and I wanted something that was going to be a little more, that was going to show more. So that is that. I hope you liked them. That was fun to make. All right. Still wish I could figure out what happened to my cover. Not here. Now, the drawing. You know what? I forgot to check and see how many people. So, if you can bear with me, I usually try to do that ahead of time. Let me go off my live here on my iPad and go down and grab how many people are in the drawing tonight. So talk amongst yourselves while I do this. Let's see. It's always fun to see how many people watch the videos and respond. I like that. What's the date today? Today is October 26th. Boy, this month went fast. I used to remember when I was working, I thought this month crawled because there was 31 days to it. Oh. I always hated the months that had 31 days. No, it doesn't matter. All right. Pam. Let's see. Got Nancy. Rhonda. Lori. Michelle. I think I got to add some numbers to my box. Alrighty, I do. That's always a good sign. I like that. So let me count. What do we got? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I just need to add 1. Great. Okay. Now let me go back up to you guys now. Yay. I'm glad you liked them, Rhonda, Nancy. That was, yeah, they're a little fun little thing to make. Wasn't sure how that was going to go, but I mean, it does take time, especially when you design them the first time, trying to figure out what goes well with what. Okay, let's see who our lucky winner is. Number 7, it's Lori. So, your choice here of our Thinking of You or our Merry Christmas and Happy Wishes. What's on the inside? Sending love and joy. This one is Get Well Soon. And this is that brand new set that's coming out next week. And I will try to feature one of the other sets that's coming out next week. I think I'll probably try to do something with the new, oh boy, where is it? I got such a mad mess on my desk next to me. I'm going to use something that has the new punch with the labels. Yeah, congratulations, boy. Thinking of You. Okay. Add that to the back, and I'll get that in an envelope and send it out. Okay. If you'd like, I can go and let you know what's on low inventory and not available right now. Let's see. Let me go back. Okay, so the metallic textures rub-ons, the gold striped, let me see, that's available on November 17th. Gold striped mesh ribbon. That one is to be determined, so that one must have just gone on not orderable. Traditional sparkling sequins, November 24th. Char, aren't you glad I ordered them for you? And they must have gone on right away. Let me see. Silver foil sheets, November 17th. The Nests of Winter Designer Series paper. That was one that carried over. That one's available November 24th. Time for Celebration, Mix and Match Ephemera. And that one's December 1st. Joyful Days, Memories and More card pack. That's the Christmas one, November 24th. Traditions of Christmas 12 by 12 paper, the specialty paper, November 17th. Christmas Tags and More, the 6 by 6 Mix and Match. And I just ordered that, and I'm so glad I did because now it's on not orderable until the 17th. Greetings for You, Mix and Match Ephemera Pack, November 17th. Let's see, what else? If anybody's interested in that Love and Courage Cling Stamp set, that would be like the one for breast cancer. That one's to be determined. Joyful Tidings Cling Stamp set. That's the one that looks like it's half of a wreath. That one's to be determined. Peace on Earth Dies. The one that has the doves in it. That one's November 24th. Sunflower Embossing Folder, November 3rd. Water Painters, November 10th. So anything that would go in with the sets, the bundles or the suites, then those would be the same week. The Traditions of Christmas Specialty Designer Series paper. That one is the one that you would use for scrapbooking, November 17th. Low inventory. Let's see. The Everyday Sky Suite, Storybook Garden, Utterly Adorable, Textured Notes, Floral Impressions. Most of these are kind of on the Last Chance. Spooky Sweet Suite. That's not on Last Chance that I'm aware of. low inventory embellishments, two-tone sparkle gems, low-profile dots, riverside irregular pearls, strawberry slush and pretty in pink gems, the gold open weave trim, and the shimmer star foam stickers. So those are the ones that go with the Halloween stuff. And that is about it. Gold foil sheets. Sorry, that's also on low inventory if that's something that you need for Christmas. Many glue dots are on low inventory. Holy moly. The simple chamois. So if there's any of those things you need, I would recommend getting them. Let me just flip this down so that you can see me again. Oh, there we go. There. So I know that was a lot of stuff. And there usually is a lot of stuff, but I don't tell you about it unless it's something that is one of the newer items. So anyway, that's all I have for you tonight. How about that? Half an hour. Hot diggity. A little over half an hour. So, yeah, go Pack Go. You betcha. So if you're watching the game, enjoy it. And I will see you on Tuesday night. Thank you very much for joining me for our little quick fun night. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.